So today I'm at Into Moto in Warrington, and I've been asked to take one of these bikes out today, give it the once over and let you all know what I think about it. So it's the Voge 650 DS. It is a relatively new bike to the market, certainly in the UK. As you know, Voge are newcomers to the UK. They are an established brand across Europe, but they are new to the UK. So bikes like this, we now have the pleasure of getting to ride, getting to know. And yeah, I'm quite lucky today. I get to go and play on this. So what I'm going to do, usual fashion, we'll have a look round the bike. There's a massive deal on at the minute. These bikes are coming in at £6,299, which I think for an adventure bike is actually pretty good. For a brand new bike, it's impressive. But not just that, there is a bit of a promotion on at the minute where it comes with the full luggage. I'll go through the luggage that you get, but it's about £1,200 if you were to buy it separately. So it's quite a big saving, and it's a promotion that I don't know how long it's going to last. So if you are interested, it's time to do it now because you'll save quite a bit. Anyway, let's have a walk around the bike. I'll show you exactly what it looks like, close up and personal. Let's go. Here's the bike in all its glory. Now, what I do like about Voge and a lot of the, I want to say cheaper bikes, because they are cheaper in comparison to the big boys, but you get so many things as standard you don't have to pay extra for. So you've got the engine guards, so straight away you go to anywhere else, like, I don't know, let's mention the Honda Africa Twin, say, that'd be an extra, but come standard on this. I do love an extra. All of these Voge bikes that are coming into the UK come with cast wheels only, but they are quite a nice looking wheel. They're coming with some decent spec brakes as well, so you've got the Nissan twin discs at the front, and we've got the single disc Nissan brake at the back as well. The exhaust is what I would call a typical Euro 5 compliant exhaust. Really big, wide end can. We'll have a listen shortly when I start her up. Currently on its side stand, but it does come with a centre stand as well. Again, a lot of bikes don't come with a centre stand anymore, or it's an extra. Not the case with Voge. It's standard. It's much easier, much better for storing your bike. Also, chain maintenance made a lot easier by having one of those. The seat does look comfortable. They do look nice with this red stitching going on, and some nice grab handles. Do like that. We've got the rear rack as well, but I'll talk about the luggage that's currently coming with these shortly. Buttons wise, it's the standard really. We've not got a million buttons, but I actually like that. I don't think you need to have loads going on here, because the essentials, your horn, you can get to nice and easily. Your indicators, decent switch gear, high and low beam, and then your pass button, nice and easy. Does have adjustable levers as well. I like that as standard, so you don't have to replace those. Right hand side, again, you've just got some proper chunky buttons on this. You've got your engine start, you have got your hazard lights, you've got your engine cut off. Let's have a look at the screen, shall we? Again, it's quite a nice way to go with the screen there. It looks like a nice little TFT screen. It's not too bright, but it's certainly got all of the things that you need on there. We've got fuel gauges, we've got temperature, amount of miles on the bike, you've got your rev meter going round, we've got your big speedo, we've got clocks, we've got a lot of information actually for a little screen. It does give the appearance of a bike you would think is more expensive. It's USB, that's always good for your phone charger or sat nav or whatever you may be taking. But decent screen. We'll have a look if that actually does anything when we're giving it a little ride. What I do like, it's not that cheap flimsy plastic, it's not bending when you touch it. it's quite a thick bit of plastic, that, so I like that. So hopefully that'll do its job, but we'll find out very, very shortly. This one is sporting the Luggage, which is currently coming as a free extra. If you were to buy these separately, they cost £1,200. The bikes have been reduced, I think, a couple of £100, but you're also getting a £1,200 extra. A decent bit of kit this. They do some serious touring with this. Now obviously, when you are taking a bike out like this and you've got all the extra luggage, it does make the bike considerably wider. So how easy is it to take the luggage off? Well, I can tell you, very. Now, this luggage was actually put on for me. It took about a minute, if that, to just pop on. It was really, really simple. So if you didn't want to ride around all year with your luggage on, it's not on either, just take it off. But then you've got the option, haven't you? If you're going to work, top box, put your butties in that. I do like it. I am an adventure bike fan, if I'm completely honest. I've had a couple of adventure bikes, and I do think they are kind of the best of everything. They're comfortable for long journeys, and you can take them on the dirty stuff as well. What do you think of the looks of this bike? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, but I like it. That's the walk round done. So the Voge 650 DS, I think, is a nice looking bike. There's loads of decent extras on, and let's not forget about that luggage offer as well, because for me, I love a bargain, and into moto, they just get me. You know, if you're gonna save money, I'm gonna go and buy from them. But let's go and have a ride. Let's see if it's as good as it looks. Come on. Height wise, I'm 5'8". I didn't show you on the walk round, but I am tiptoes on this bike. So it is quite a tall seat, but I don't feel like it's too tall for me. I actually feel quite confident on it. It feels quite light. Let's see how easy it is to turn round at low speed. Now, it doesn't feel heavy, that's a good thing. And the turning circle is actually quite good. A little stand-up test, because adventure bikes will hit the occasional gravel track. And do you know what? That, for me, my height, my size, this is as comfortable as I would ever want to be. While stood up, that is perfect for me. It's a comfortable bike, it's nice to stand up on. Now there is a little bit of vibration coming through the seat. However, it's not uncomfortable, but you do notice it. But I'm a Voge owner myself. The Rally 300 has quite a lot of vibration that comes through the seat. Usually as you pick the speed up, this is just doing it on idle, only a little bit. I don't have an issue with that. You want to kind of feel that bit of a rumble, you don't want to feel nothing. Now I'm going to have to take it on a faster road to see how quickly it picks up speed, but in third gear then, going relatively slowly, just a little twist of the throttle and you can feel it pulling, and it pulls quite nicely. It goes through the gears nicely. It's riding like a dream at the minute. I have owned a couple of adventure bikes. The last adventure bike I had was a Suzuki V-Strom. A great bike, no actual, well, no real complaint for me over that bike, other than it was quite tall and felt very, very heavy. Certainly in comparison to this. Now I know the engine's smaller on this, and I would have this as a mid-sized adventure bike, but you do really notice the difference. So if you are somebody who rides round on a big adventure bike and you're looking for something a little bit more manageable, a little bit lighter, easier to maneuver, it's got to be something that you think about. Doing 30 or just less than 30 in fourth gear, a little bit of a twist and it pulls in that gear as well, so you don't have to be constantly going up and down the gears to get it to go anywhere. It pulls quite well. Without the luggage, it's not bad for filtering. I don't think I'm going to get through that in front. because the bars are quite wide. All right, let's try some more filtering. So slow speed filtering like this, not an issue really, just dancing through traffic. This is an adventure bike with full luggage for a little over £6,000, which is not to be sniffed at. I'd quite happily take this on a little adventure. In fact, I'm going to take it on the motorway to see what it's like at higher speed. Now, remembering my camera problems that I'm constantly having, I might not be able to talk to you. There might be loads of wind noise, so I may well in fact, let's just cut to a little bit of music while I see what it's like. Just a little stretch on the motorway there, but I just wanted to stretch its legs a little bit. I wanted to see how it performed getting up to those motorway speeds, and you know what, this bike will cruise quite happily at 70-80 mile an hour if you are on the German autobahns, of course, but it will cruise at those speeds quite happily, and you're not actually thrashing it. It's got loads left in it, so as a tool to go long distance, more than happy. The screen itself was doing a really good job there. I was getting a bit of wind coming, hitting me on the shoulders, but it wasn't really affecting me. You know, it's just what you would expect with a decent wind protection. You're gonna get a little bit of wind, but it certainly wasn't enough to blow the bike around. Now, I just tried then, started off in second gear, and it did it quite comfortably. So I like that as well, because if you're new to riding, you know, some bikes are easier to stall than others, and the fact that this will start in second gear with no juddering and not even loads of high revs either, that was quite good. That I like that. That shows me that this bike is quite forgiving. So if you're a relatively new rider, this would be a decent option. I am a massive fan of Voge. I've bought one myself. I know I repeat myself a lot, but I just think they're one of those manufacturers at the minute that are producing really, really good bikes at a price that is exceptional for what you're actually getting. You know, you're getting a lot of bike for the money. Adventure bikes are just the perfect tool in my opinion, because if you're doing a lot of touring like I do, you want a comfortable bike, you want something that can do it all, and that's where adventure bikes sit for me. When you wind it on a little bit in the revs, what a lovely sound. I know there's still a lot of people out there that they look at brands that come from China and instantly they have a dislike to it, because they go, it's from China that. These are proper money for a proper bike. The parent company of Voge are selling and making engines for BMW bikes, for Kawasaki bikes, for a lot of the what you would call premium bikes. Well, they've got parts in that have come from the same company that have put this together. So I think if you look into it, you would see buying bikes like this in today's market, in today's cost of living crisis, and it is a crisis because the prices for everything are going stupid, but you can see, or I can see, why bikes like this make perfect sense, not just for the pockets but also for the experience of riding. Because I've today took this bike on some twisty roads, I've took the bike on the motorway, I've took it through town centres. I've been doing a hell of a lot of riding on this bike today, and it's coped with everything brilliantly. Why pay £20,000-30,000 for something that'll do things the same? That's what you've got to weigh up. I'm actually quite impressed with it. The closest competitor to it will be Benelli's TRK 702, but because of the off-road in Luggage, this works out at a couple of £1,000 cheaper. Now, a couple of £1,000 cheaper than a cheap bike. Definitely worth considering, boys and girls. Anyway, it's sad to say I'm on the home straight now, back to Into Moto. That's the test ride completed. For me, I think it's another great bike. It's another good option for you to consider if you're looking for an adventure bike. This one currently is great value as far as the extras that you're getting with your luggage. I think it's a very, very good time to buy one of these bikes. So if you're interested, Into Moto in Warrington, I'll put a link in the description. Just follow that and it'll get your contact details for the guys here, and I'm sure they'll be able to get you a deal sorted. But yeah, I like it. Definitely in the blue. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Latest. Everything at the minute seems to be made in China because they can make things cheaply. Because they can make things cheaper, we get a cheaper price. So is that all bad? I mean, the engine on this is the same engine used in a 650 BMW GS. Are you going to call BMW Chinese? No, you're not. So don't get hung up on that. Take the bike for what it is, which is a very good value adventure bike. And that's going to do me. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button, because it does help the channel grow. And I've got loads and loads of new bikes coming. I've also got quite a few used bike bargains that are ready to go as well. So in the next couple of weeks, you're going to start seeing a couple of those. I've also got a few decent tours planned as well. Not to mention local ones like Scotland. I've even done a cross-country trip as well, west to east coast. So hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of that, and you can join me for the ride. It's time for me to go and get coffee and a warm up. This weather's not getting any better. Catch you on the next one.